Race number 5 is a Class 4 over the 1400 metres. It also serves as the first leg of the six-up as well, with them headed by Emerald Spur. He's drawn 11 here for Grant Van Niekerk, who's 2 from 3 course and distance this season. Warlords gets an inside gate. He carries Sha Tin from barrier 2. The pacifier with the cows come off. Better Choice, 4th last time out, comes up in trip. He's behind Quadruple Double last time. Circuit 3 was a last start winner. That was on his final start last season on the final day. Chad Schofield, barrier 12. Millennium Dawn makes his debut for Peter Ho and Dylan Moe. Joyful Heart gets the cheek pieces on. Vital Spring was a course and distance winner in September. That was 3 starts back. And My Family is now saddlecloth number 14. Simply Fluke is out. Alfred Chan takes £10 off his back. Emerald Spur, Circuit 3, and Shusong are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa within the last month.
Speed map here, good to slow. You've got Warlord up front. He might have enough pace here to be at the top end here with the pacifiers with the cows being removed. Regency Poets joined the field as number 12, and he went forward in both of his runs so far. Void Star behind them, Shusong. Flying Emperor's interesting. They may opt to roll forward with him from that gate of 13, but if he doesn't, he's going to be caught wide. Then you've got Vital Spring, Joyful Heart. The newcomer Millennium Dawn hasn't shown a lot of barrier pace, and he's back at the tail.
He had excuses his last start, did Warlord. He didn't really get onto the track there, and he was checked as well going into it, but has come out of the race with no problem. His work's been good. And he's dropped 24 pounds, actually, so he's dropped a bit of weight. Void Star does it nicely enough here this morning as well. He's not really been pushed out at all, but a horse doing it nice and fluently here. He'll get his chance from barrier number 1 with Derek Long aboard. And the other one here, Joyful Heart, who'd probably start favourite. He's favourite at the moment. And Zach Patton doing the work on him. Nice, quiet work, but the horse does move it nice enough. And you can see he's got those big white cheek pieces on, and he'll be wearing those for the first time.
He will. Tongue tie as well, which he normally wears. We'll start with him in actual fact then in race action here over the 1400 metres. So course and distance last time out behind Sprint Forwards. We've seen this race already. We know Mighty Giant, the big white face, they came out and won, so the form looks okay. Yeah,
good form race this one. He was a tad slow away the last start, and then he peeled out wide around the turn. He loomed up at this point at about 200 out, and you probably thought he might have been going to go on with it, but then just knocked up late, but it was still a good run from him. He was a bit wayward there in the straight as well. Zach on board, though, from gate 4.
Yeah, so I think with that better draw, and he should be able to get a better run in this race, so I think he looks tough to beat.
Yeah, I'm sure that might be the report when they came back in, that he just needs to concentrate a little bit more, so the cheek pieces go on. Better Choice here. Douglas White's Joe Moreira combined as they come up in trip from the 12 to the 14. This is behind Quadruple Double.
Yeah, so look, he goes nicely enough here, Better Choice, and again, we've seen this race as well. He's a strong form race with Quadruple Double, who is racing later on, looks like one of the main chances. He hit the line nicely. Joe Moreira jumps aboard barrier 5. Douglas White's in good form, and the horse goes nicely enough. So his best part of this race was that last 50 metres, I think.
Yeah, he's certainly doing his best work later. I didn't find a spot from him in the 4 in the end. His only win has come off 52 rating points. He's on a mark at the moment of 55, so he's not far off that.
Yeah, and gets up in trip as well. That's Better Choice. All right, what about Emerald Spur? Let's hear from Grant Van Niekerk about his last start.
It wasn't a bad run. He is a horse that liked to get back. On International Day, that first 100 or 200, he was travelling quite keenly with me. He can get like that if I don't get him switched off early enough. So, look, I've got a tricky draw, but it doesn't really matter because I'll be getting back anyway. I'll just be hoping the speed is on, and if I can get him to switch off, he has a nice turn of foot. So that'll be the aim.
He lines up over 1400 again. He missed an intended start over a mile. Did he look a bit dour maybe last start? Maybe.
Look, when I came to him to the start last time, he wasn't all that comfortable, and I could just feel that he wasn't his old self. He was just pulling a little bit too much. But if I can get him switched off and in a position where I don't have to make up too much ground turning into the straight, I'll have a big chance.
Ricky, you, trainer, you seem to really click with it. Must give you good confidence when you jump aboard his team at the moment, that the form that they're in.
Yeah, 100%. Any horse you sort of they use at the moment, they seem to be going well, and good on them. Should hopefully it continues.
Big party on Sunday. Nice to add the Bohemia Sprint Trophy to the resume. Give you a good feel.
Yeah, look, I was pretty blessed to pick him up. I used to ride him when he started off his career in Hong Kong, and he's a horse that always gave me a nice sort of feel. And look, I'm not quite sure if he's going to run in the Group 1s at this stage, but he's certainly good enough.
Yeah, of course, Joe Moreira out with flu on the weekend. I'm sure Grant took around a bowl of chicken soup for him, though, on Sunday night. Said, get better soon. Big Party was amazing. We'll keep moving, though. Circuit 3 we need to take a check on. He was the last start winner, as mentioned before, and his final start last season. He's been up at Chung Fa.
He has. He's had 3 trials up there. Chad Schofield was aboard for this trial up at Chung Fa as well in the blue cap. You can see him being pushed out. The trouble is with Circuit 3 is that he always misses the start, so that just does him no favours.
Yeah, he was placed fresh up last time, wasn't he? But look, I didn't really like this trial much. I just thought he was really heavily pushed out, so I'm going to just watch him in this race.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Circuit 3. Gets barrier 12 for his return. He's currently, 11-4 win and place. Paul, Joyful Heart, favourite here in a slightly open contest.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to go with the favourite, though, Joyful Heart. I just think, like these cheek pieces going on him, I think that's a really good thing for this horse. Should focus him up. Warlord, he did win well last season. He's had a run under his belt now. He's lost those 24 pounds coming into this as well, and he has got good gate speed from barrier number 2. He's in there for second. Better choice. It was a really good run from him last time, and he should get a similar run. And number 3 in for fourth, which is Sonic Fighter, with the blinkers going on for the first time. Neil Callany, he'll get back in midfield, but I think he'll be the one running on late. 11-2-4-3.
Staying true here with the Emerald Spur at the top of the proceedings here, number 1 for Ricky Ewan, Grant van Neerkerk in Appetence when he was due to line up over a mile last time out, so they're sticking here to 1,400 metres with the son of Super Easy. Joyful Heart goes in. I don't mind Warlord. I was keen with him last time out. He had a tough run in transit. He had barrier trialled well prior to that, Warlord, and Vital Spring goes in number 13. He's a horse that is a 2-time course and distance winner. He's right down in the weights here with 120 pounds, so 111, 2 and 13.
All right, my number's closer to Paul's for race number 5. We've all got the 11 and the 2 and the 11 in numbers, and second leg of the TT, so that's a good starting point for you as well. Race number 5, first leg of the 6 up.